It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Green Bay Packers.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Jackson on the give to Dalvin. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. This is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
42-yard line.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now first and 10. Jackson going to tuck it down on the option. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him.
Anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. They stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
They'll try to run for it. First down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
10 at the 29-yard line.
All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10. Now Dobbins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the second round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football out of the backfield? To be able to get him in the second round, that's what I call a steal.
2nd and 12 at the Packers' 20-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Dobbins running out of the gun, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
The ball carrier.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Andrews. Certainly not what they wanted defensively. We're hoping to hold him to a field goal. Instead, they're able to convert the 3rd and long here on the opening drive.
So not only was it a flipping field position and a flipping fortunes, but how about mentally? You just described it. They were hoping to force him into a field goal there. Instead, they give up the big gain, and now it's 1st and goal. The offense has got them on their heels.
It'll be a gain of 3, and it also takes us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1.
If you know, you know. That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Now, second and goal. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson scoring on the 2-yard keeper as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number one.
It should be number one, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken from about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a first and 10 at the 31-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
This defense is really thrown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try.
Carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have third and long coming up.
On third and long, it's Rodgers. Slant to Adams. The 40, 30, the 20.
They ain't ready for us.
Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, 74 yards. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Mason Crosby.
Aaron Rodgers, Davante Adams, just a deadly combination, and we see why right there.
And we've seen it develop over the years because when Davante Adams first joined the Packers, he had to earn the trust of the quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. He has it in a big way now. He'll throw it to him long, he'll throw it to him short, but he always expects a big play to result.
Adams, former second-round pick out of Fresno State, he plays like a first-round pick in the NFL. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up first and 10 at their own 43. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson, and really don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but I go back to what you said about electrifying a crowd. He's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy is simply sensational.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up second and 5.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a second and 5. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
And it's third down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Working from the gun. Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out?
And look at this, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. They'll start by running the option to the right. First down and more for Jackson. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards, first down.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
He'll buy some time right. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
On the pickup. Second and 6.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. He may be lucky to have that one back. Third down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted.
Picked off by Jair Alexander. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20, and into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
And this one through the uprights and good.
Packers 14, Ravens 13.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Past midfield, look out. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way.
Devin Duvernay.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. They're going to keep it on the ground. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
First down.
Rodgers now on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
Third down.
On third down, here's Jones. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Wide open receiver complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st down, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Robert Tonyan was the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down. To throw again, Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 12-yard line.
15.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Kickoff for Baltimore.
The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
2nd and 2. At the 33-yard line.
To throw is Rodgers. Flushed out right. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Matthew Judon in there to take him down. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Back to the air, Jackson following the pick 6, and he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and that bumps their lead up even further.
Packers 14.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 27, Rodgers out of the backfield. This is Aaron Jones. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Rodgers now on first down. Throw left side complete. It's Adams. There he goes left side.
Oh, boy, you ain't got no
touchdown, Packers.
Number 17.
Davante Adams. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers are back within a score.
For the extra point.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And they're able to get this one across the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
It looked like almost some miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? When you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. There's a scene a short time ago the Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Cody Parkey now ready to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And a short kick taken at about the 16. Oh, good return up past the 30.
Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Andrew Sendejo.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. And he'll only get this to the 2-yard line. A near catastrophe. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. For Nick Chubb, and he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
It's 2nd and 8.
Back near his goal line. Here's Mayfield. Looking left side. That's caught by Landry.
Complete.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And they're going to get the first down here as he's up to the 14.
Taken down at the...
That'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll move the chains.
And the Browns first down.
Let's go.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Mayfield on play action, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
A second down throw for Mayfield. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Gain of 22 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From the 40 now on second down. Mayfield. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
The end of the first quarter with no score.
Mayfield now from the 50. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Right at the line.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Looking to throw on second down. Jackson over the middle, and it's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. He completes it to Bryant. Oh, he sheds himself free. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Dez Bryant, 69 yards. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Is good. Makes the score Ravens 7, Browns nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Right side taken in here to start this drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And the Browns first down.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Kareem Hunt, the ball.
Good yardage. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Mayfield firing quickly. It's complete. 20. 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Jarvis Landry, 54 yards. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
He's set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taken about 7 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
5-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that...
Dez Bryant with nothing but green grass ahead of him. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Dez Bryant, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
The Browns drive about to get started. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
He was brought
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
First down, Browns.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. From the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. And incompletion as a result.
Third and long for Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. So on fourth down, here's the Scottish Hammer, Jamie Gillen, to punt for the Browns. This is taken at the 10. And shutting through the tackle. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. A throw over the middle, caught by Bryant. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
6-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
J.K. Dobbins.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Justin Tucker now for the Raven field goal try. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6.
16.
So good work there to get points just before the half as they add on to their lead.
As trite as it sounds, every little bit helps. That's exactly what they're going for. Anytime you get a chance to put points on the board, you take it.
And they didn't leave the other side with much time at all on the clock.
On the return, the Browns take over 1st and 10.
The Browns drive about to get started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
This pass complete to Higgins. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Final play of the half, Mayfield. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. Fielded in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
On the return, the Browns take over 1st and 10.
The Browns drive about to get started. Mayfield off the play fake. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield.
46 yards.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Now on 2nd and 13. Mayfield flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle 3rd of the field, and that brings up 4th. So coming up empty here to start the 3rd quarter. But how about this, a fake? And that is incomplete, but there is a